Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hey, we have some rain making our way. What a great Christmas present on this Christmas Eve. Some showers making their way through our viewing area at 64 degrees. Sarah Spivey has our forecasts all wrapped up and has a bow on it for you. Good morning. It's 6 o'clock. It is Christmas Eve on this Sunday morning. Thank you so much for joining us. And Sarah, I had some rain on my drive in, and we have some good showers passing through.
We do, even some rumbles of thunder, Sarah. So this might be waking people up that wanted to sleep in on Christmas Eve. But there is no severe weather, so that's some good news. You can see that this is a larger system gradually moving east across San Antonio, the hill country, and points to the south. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in here to some of the areas that are seeing some heavier rain. That includes areas like Kerrville and Bernie right now, right on that triple point there of Comal, Bear, and Kendall County. So Fair Oaks Ranch, Scenic Oaks, Leon Springs, getting some very heavy downpours at the moment. These are moving east at about 30 miles per hour. You can see that areas closer to Castroville actually seeing a few flashes of lightning. This lob of heavier rain, if it were to hold on, it would make it to the New Braunfels area by about 7 o'clock this morning. And this area of thunderstorms toward the downtown area by about 6:41. So this is a very skinny line of storms. It's going to be moving east, and it'll be out of here before you know it. Areas like Pearsall along 35 seeing that rain as well. So brief rainfall for us this morning. Then we will become sunny again after about 9 o'clock. We're going to start to become sunny. It gets windy tonight, and it'll be cold tomorrow morning, 43 degrees. But factor in those winds, it'll feel like it's in the 30s to start off your Christmas day. High temperatures going to struggle to get out of the 50s on Christmas Day itself. Of course, it's Christmas Eve. Not only am I tracking the storms, but we're also tracking Santa Claus. There he is. He's on his way to Antarctica right now. Yep, there's some scientists in Antarctica. He was last seen in New Zealand. His presents delivered over 350 million already. And again, we'll be tracking this line of storms moving through San Antonio. We'll talk about how hard the rain is falling and when you can expect it in your neighborhood coming up in just a bit.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, San Antonio police are searching for a driver accused of hitting and killing someone. This happening on the city's east side. It happened just after midnight on the I-10 exit ramp to South New Braunfels Avenue. A person was hit and killed, and SAPD says the driver sped off. A second driver, who also hit the person, stopped and called the police. So far, there's no information on the suspect or the vehicle involved, but we will have all that for you when it becomes available. And it's a busy time of travel to see family and friends, but don't forget about your pet. Some veterinarians are warning of a mystery dog respiratory illness that's been spreading across the country for the past few months. Our Avery Everett shows us the sickness is not yet in Texas, but that doesn't mean you can't take caution.
I know, buddy. With the holiday season comes the chance for sickness.
We always see an uptick because more dogs are boarded, more dogs are groomed before family comes, things like that.
But for dog owners, a mystery illness is making headlines across the United States.
Medications.
And Amber Fritz says her Cibolo clinic has been taking a lot more calls.
Yep.
16 states have now confirmed cases of this respiratory illness.
His name is Jasper.
But Texas is not on that list.
As of right now, we haven't had any confirmed cases.
The closest state to us is Colorado. The cause of this illness is the big unknown. And some worry it could spread with expected end-of-the-year travel. That's why Fritz says as a pet owner, safety should be your top priority.
I always recommend if you can have someone watch your pets at home or a smaller group, you're just less risk in general.
So it's a pretty common question right now. Is it a concern to take your dog to a public dog park? Well, vets here in South Central Texas say right now in the state it shouldn't be. But it's always important to take caution, like checking to see if other dogs in the area are sick.
Animal Care Services for San Antonio says they're keeping a close eye and haven't seen anything yet here. But in a statement, they urge people to get their pets vaccinated, saying in part, at one of the biggest shelters in Texas, we would be sure to see if it was in the community. But that statement also said, quote, we have such a low vaccination rate. Fritz says getting shots is step one. And staying up to date on symptoms is equally important.
Not wanting to eat and drink, labored breathing, get them into your vet right away.
All to be sure that this season, your pets can spread cheer.
Oh my God.
And hopefully, not germs. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Avery. Other stories we're following this morning. Former President Donald Trump is urging a federal appeals court to grant him immunity from criminal prosecution in the federal election subversion case. So in a filing late last night, his attorneys argued Trump is protected under presidential immunity. The filing repeats claims that Trump was working in his official capacity as president to, quote, ensure election integrity. The former president is trying to delay the March 4th trial. Last Friday, the Supreme Court turned down special counsel Jack Smith's request for justices to immediately hear this case. The appeals court fast-tracked its consideration and is scheduled to hear oral arguments on January 9th. This morning, we are working to learn more about a shooting that happened at a mall in Florida. A man was killed and a woman was shot after gunfire erupted inside of that mall in Florida. The city's police chief says the man that was killed was targeted. That suspect had left the scene before police got there, but left the gun inside the mall. The woman who was shot was hit in her leg, and she's expected to recover. The Pentagon says an Iranian attack drone hit a chemical tanker yesterday. It was operating in the Indian Ocean. The Indian Coast Guard says no one died from that attack. The Pentagon says the strike came from a one-way drone, which is designed to hit the target and not return. No U.S. ships were in the vicinity. The vessel was marked with a Liberia flag and Japanese-owned and operated by the Netherlands. Well, Christmas is just hours away, and this year travelers have been flocking to their holiday destinations in record numbers. Experts predicting the busiest ever for air travel, with millions predicted to fly. And if you plan on hitting the road, well, be prepared to see many other drivers. Here's ABC's Derek Dennis with the story.
A day before Christmas, millions of Americans will be on the roads and taking to the skies. AAA predicting 115 million Americans will travel more than 50 miles from home for the holidays.
We expect it to be the second busiest holiday period since we've been tracking holiday travel.
An estimated 7.5 million projected to fly to their holiday destinations. The TSA says it screened more than 2.7 million passengers on Friday alone. Many of those travelers on their way to visit family.
I'm coming to spend Christmas with my sister and her family.
Coming home for the holidays.
In the midst of airport congestion, some travelers sharing a few tips that can help.
Be early, don't be late to the airport. You never know how long the line's going to be, especially at TSA.
The roads are also expected to be crowded, with about 104 million people driving to their holiday destinations. Those drivers getting a little holiday gift in the form of lower gas prices.
That's more money in the pocket. That's more money to spend on holiday food, holiday gifts, and other things.
The weather hasn't been a concern for travelers this holiday season. Record warmth is expected today in dozens of cities. Meanwhile, temperatures will near 50 degrees in several states on Christmas Day. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
6:08 and 64 degrees. Let's take a look outside with live cam. I'm calling this a Christmas present, the showers that we're seeing across our viewing area this morning. Hey, Sarah Spivey is tracking that, but not only is she tracking the showers, she's also tracking Santa, and she has our Christmas Day forecast for us as well when we come back. Merry Christmas. It is Christmas Eve. Look at these beautiful photos shot by one of our photographers, editors, Timmy Stewart. These are shot on the Riverwalk, and I think people forget about, we have all these great places around San Antonio where you can see lights and you can go pay and see light displays, but you can walk for free on the Riverwalk here in San Antonio, and the city does a phenomenal job, Sarah. Look how beautiful
it's so gorgeous. And here's the thing, my husband's family's coming in town tomorrow to visit, and I cannot wait to show them the Riverwalk.
Yeah.
That's like top thing I want to do because it's so beautiful at Christmas time.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Timmy, for shooting all these photos for us and sending them to us. Okay, Sarah, you want to play some trivia?
Sure, why not?
Okay,
let's do it.
We want to learn some Christmas fun facts. We all know the Christmas carol, the 12 Days of Christmas.
Right.
Sarah sings it. She knows the lyrics better than I do. So what if you wanted to buy all the items listed
Oh my goodness.
in the song? So we're talking
a lot
about
of birds.
the partridges, the turtle doves, the gold rings, and more. So that would be 364 gifts.
Okay.
How much do you think it would cost? There it is.
Oh my gosh, it would cost $46,730. That's according to the annual PNC Christmas Price Index. And inflation, of course, is to blame for that increase. Or maybe it's also like all the birds, all the gold, all the...
Was it a husband buying all these things for his wife, or?
I think so.
He had a lot of making up to do.
He had a lot.
Yeah.
I think it was 8 maids of milking. That's like so many.
I still don't understand. I wouldn't want all the birds. That's a lot to clean up.
It is. All right.
Okay, so now to some Christmas movies. Can you guess the highest grossing Christmas
Okay.
film?
I'm not gonna look.
Okay, don't look yet. Don't bring it up. What do you think?
Highest grossing Christmas film? I'm gonna go with Elf.
I'm gonna go with Home Alone. Okay, what is it?
Oh, the Grinch.
The Grinch.
And you
wow.
got Home Alone, correct?
Wait, the Grinch is. Oh wait, the Grinch.
Is that
wait,
the
are we?
animated one?
Joy,
or
our
are we-
producer, can we ask you? Is that the animated or the Jim Carrey one?
That's the Jim Carrey one.
That's
okay.
a great movie.
It really is. It's a good one. But Home Alone takes the cake, I think, in my heart.
I watched that last weekend, and I feel like every time I watch it, Sarah, I find something that's hilarious. And as an adult, when you're watching it,
it's great.
And I saw this stat about the McAllister family and how much money they really had.
Yeah, because they have a mansion and all those kids, and they take vacation.
To Paris, they're in the top 1%. Percentile.
Well, that makes sense. Hot take, I like Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone 1. But I like
Really?
Home Alone 1.
They're both great.
Yeah. But I think that was one of the rare examples of the sequels better than the prequel.
They just did a great job.
They really did. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Mother Nature right now. We are seeing areas of rain moving through San Antonio. Guys, this is great news because this is just your run-of-the-mill heavier rain. You know, we're not really looking at any kind of damaging severe weather or anything like that. We've got a lobe of heavier rain moving through the hill country right now through Fredericksburg down to Kerrville and Bandera County. But you can see that this rain is ending very quickly as soon as it moves through. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the neighborhoods getting some good rain right now. We've got areas like Bulverde. Bulverde, you are about to see some very heavy rain from Bulverde to Timberwood Park. Bergheim, Scenic Oaks, Leon Springs just saw some good rain. This storm is so mild that there really are only 11 lightning strikes in total here. So not all that much as far as lightning goes. Just a few rumbles of thunder, especially out near Helotes and on the west side of town, just west of Lackland Air Force Base. These are moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour. So if these storms are to hold on, the heavier bit of the storms would make it to the Schertz area by 6:51. Divine, if this area of storms holds on to Floresville, that would be there at about 7:31. So this entire system is going to clear San Antonio fairly quickly. In fact, here's the back end of the system. I'm going to actually track the back end of the system here to show when the rain will be done. So if you're planning on traveling across San Antonio or even up to the north or east or across Texas for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I would wait in San Antonio until about 8:30 because that's when a lot of this rain is going to have cleared the San Antonio metro area because, as you know, we have a hard time driving when there's rain outside around San Antonio. Let's take a quick look at some rainfall amounts so far behind this system where the heaviest of the rain just moved through right near Medina Lake area. We've seen about a half an inch of rainfall. So that's about how much rain could fall from this system in some of the lucky spots. But I mentioned that driving in this rain can be a little bit difficult. Here's a look at TransGuide. This is 35 at 410. Definitely some damp spots out there, so just use caution. And again, if you would rather wait until the rain passes 8:30, 9 o'clock is a safe bet. Here's a look at that KSAT 12-hour forecast. Again, by 9, the rain is really ending. And then around noon, it's going to start to become pretty sunny. We're going to have west winds at about 15 miles per hour, mostly sunny to completely sunny skies, and a high of 73. So a pretty mild day after the rain moves through. Here's a look at the grander system across the state of Texas. Really messy along 35 up to Dallas, and pretty messy along I-10 out toward Houston. This is part of a larger system which is bringing snow to parts of the Rockies and up to Nebraska. Now this cold front, this system has 2 cold fronts behind it. The first one is moving through about right now, bringing us that drier air, and the second one is going to move through later tonight, bringing us pretty windy conditions and a cold start to Christmas Day. Speaking of those winds, here's a look at the wind gusts tonight and tomorrow morning, up to 35 miles per hour. So please take some time after the rain is done to secure the Christmas inflatables like Frosty here, or else he will be all the way at the North Pole, aka your neighbor's yard. So please use that caution today. It's going to be pretty windy tomorrow. In the morning, we'll get down to 43 degrees for Christmas Day, but with those winds, it'll feel like it's in the 30s, so pretty cold Christmas morning. And then temperatures during the day tomorrow going to be in the 50s. Here's a look at Christmas morning lows across many neighborhoods. 39 in Rock Springs, 43 Del Rio, 46 in Pleasanton, 43 in New Braunfels. It'll be 39 in Bernie, 39 Rio Medina, 46 in Floresville. But again, remember, with gusts from the north up to 30, it's going to feel a lot colder. Highs on Christmas Day going to be right near 60 degrees, nice and cool. And speaking of cool, take a look at the weather next week. Our mornings will be in the 30s. Our afternoons will be in the 60s. We'll have plenty of sunshine. As I'd mentioned, I'm not only tracking these storms, I'm also tracking Santa Claus. I'll show you where he's at coming up in just a bit.
I love the tracker, the Santa tracker.
I've been tracking Santa for as long as I've been a meteorologist, and it is an incredible honor.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Okay, here's a look at what's coming up next.
Really appreciate this great holiday meal. Appreciate the great company, and God bless on this holiday season.
Just ahead, a recap of the Feast of Sharing. We'll be right back. HEB's annual Feast of Sharing was a success. We gave you a preview of it yesterday right here on GMSA. It happened at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. HEB partners spent days preparing for all the festivities. They had trees, lights, music, games, and of course, hot meals for everyone to enjoy. This tradition started back in 1989 with the holiday season being its 31st year in San Antonio. Remember, they took a couple of years off for COVID, and it's just one of the 34 events planned across Texas and Mexico.
Community. It's all about community. Really, we throw these events to invite the entire community to celebrate the holidays with us.
HEB says it served about 14,000 meals to visitors. Remember, this was free and open to the public, and of course, none of it would be possible without all of the HEB partners and volunteers that showed up. About 1,500 of them came together to make it happen. We'll be right back. Members of the country music band The Chicks are paying tribute to one of the group's founding members, Laura Lynch. The 65-year-old died in a car crash in El Paso on Friday. The surviving members of the group, previously known as the Dixie Chicks, posted a statement on their Instagram page. They called Lynch a bright light and said her infectious energy and humor gave a spark to the early days of their band. Police here in Texas are still investigating the head-on collision. Comedian Pete Davidson canceling the next 2 weeks of his stand-up shows. That includes his show scheduled for Tuesday night at the Aztec Theater downtown. The comedian canceled his New York City weekend shows just a few hours before it was set to start Friday. Ticketmaster says people that bought tickets will be refunded. Davidson's camp has not said why the shows were canceled. It's 6:27 and 64 degrees. Let's take a look outside with the roads of TransGuide. You can see the roads are wet, so be careful out there. A lot of people on the roads early this morning, probably getting an early start for their Christmas Eve travels. I know there'll be a lot more later on the roads today. I'll be on the road later today. Hey, but Sarah Spivey is tracking this rain that's coming through our viewing area. She's going to have that and our Christmas Day forecast when we come back. Merry Christmas Eve, 64 degrees at 6:31. Look at the cameras out there. We have rain coming through our viewing area. What an early Christmas present that is. We really needed the rain in our area. And hey, Sarah Spivey is tracking all of that for us. Good morning. It's 6:30. Happy Christmas Eve, Sarah. And what a great early Christmas present, because we really needed this rain.
And I love that that's the way you're describing it. It's a Christmas present because it's really not going to cause that many issues out there right now, because the rain is quickly going to be moving out. So if you have plans to travel across San Antonio today, this rain is going to be out of here by about 9-10 o'clock. So no worries there. Even sooner for some areas in the west side of Bexar County. Now, if you're traveling across the state of Texas, slightly different story. And this rain is a Christmas present because that's all it's bringing. Good rain. It's not bringing any hail. There's nothing severe with this at all. You can see that there's some heavier pockets of rainfall moving through some neighborhoods here. This entire line is pushing to the east, so it'll be in areas like Seguin and eastern Bexar County by about 7:30 this morning. Let's zoom into some of the neighborhoods, getting some good pockets of rain. Garden Ridge area, or just northeast of Garden Ridge, closer to Johnson High School, right along that Bexar County line. In fact, I love this radar because you can get down into a street view here. We may even be able to see some of the streets, these neighborhoods popping up. We've got Carriage Cape. There you go on the northeast side. If you're in Carriage Cape watching Good Morning San Antonio this morning, good morning to you. And as we were showing with that image before, the rain is falling heavy right now at the airport. That's good news because that's going to go down in our rain gauge for the day. As far as lightning strikes, there's really not much. In fact, this is registering 0 lightning strikes. So as these storms are moving east and into the early morning hours, they're really starting to fall apart quite a bit. We'll go ahead and put this in motion and zoom out so you can see the whole system itself. Some light rain moving through Pleasanton, some good rain moving through Fredericksburg, and we'll go ahead and turn on the radar off to the west too, because as you can see, there's not too much behind this. There's a few more storms moving through Rock Springs, but after this initial line of storms moves through San Antonio, that's going to be pretty much it. So what we're tracking today, the rain is moving out. It'll then be sunny and in the 70s, so pretty nice. Christmas Day tomorrow, windy and chilly in the morning. Wind chills are going to be in the 30s in the morning with a cool afternoon on Christmas Day. And that will be the theme this week. Cold mornings, comfortable afternoons, and plenty of sunshine. Not only are we tracking the storms, but we're also tracking this guy, that Santa Claus here. He was last seen in Micronesia. He's delivered 510 million presents. And he's just getting started. We'll have more on those storms coming up in just a bit.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, an investigation is underway following an early morning shooting between San Antonio police and a man that they say was involved in a domestic disturbance. So it happened just before 2:30 in the morning at a home on Westland Drive. That's not far from 90 and 410. Police Chief William McManus says officers were called to the scene and told that the man had a gun. As they went towards the home, we are told the man allegedly started shooting at the officers. Two officers shot back, hitting the man in the shoulder. He was taken to the hospital. Right now, it's unclear what charges he will face. And a man is in custody after police found the remains of his mother inside a trash can in a storage unit that he used to own. So that's according to an arrest affidavit. Now Rogelio Bernal is facing charges. Police were called to the Northside storage facility Thursday after someone called to tell them that human remains were found inside a unit. The storage unit's manager told police Bernal had owned the storage unit before it was auctioned off to the person who called police. Bernal was arrested and he identified the remains as his mother's. He told police he was her caregiver at the apartment they lived in and that she slipped and fell in the shower more than 2 years ago. But he did not call 911 because of his criminal record. She died, and the affidavit says Bernal kept her body inside a closet for a year. Bernal was evicted from the apartment about a year later. That's when he told police he got the storage unit, then put his mother's remains inside that trash can, and then just left it in the unit. He's charged with altering, destroying, or concealing a human corpse and is behind bars at the Bexar County Jail. Other stories we are following this morning, United Nations has taken another step to address the dire humanitarian crisis amid the ongoing Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. The UN Security Council approved a compromise resolution on Friday calling for humanitarian pauses and increased aid. CNN's Rick Damigella is keeping a close eye on this ongoing conflict.
Relentless clashes between Israel and Hamas, sparking international outcries for urgent humanitarian assistance in Gaza.
And this is why the Security Council has been asked to urgently step in.
After several closed-door negotiations, the UN Security Council approved a compromise resolution Friday calling for urgent aid for civilians trapped within the conflict zone's nightmare.
To assist civilians in need, to save human lives.
Specific language details. Extended humanitarian pauses and corridors throughout the Gaza Strip for a sufficient number of days to enable full, rapid, safe, and unhindered humanitarian access. This, as aid agencies deem anything short of a ceasefire nearly meaningless and warns of further deaths.
The only sensible thing would be that the United States and the UN Security Council demand an immediate ceasefire before more thousands of children are dead.
The Hamas-controlled health ministry in Gaza reports more than 20,000 people have been killed since the start of the war in October.
As you can see behind me, the patients are on the hospital pews, they're on the floor.
Despite pressure to scale back its offensives, Israeli forces have signaled expanding military operations, prompting new evacuation orders for central Gaza.
You're going to transition to a different set of objectives, and you're going to achieve those different set of objectives through different tactics and operations.
I'm Rick Damigella reporting.
And the United States and Russia abstained from the UN vote, choosing not to use their vetoes as permanent members, which would have blocked the resolution. Meanwhile, the head of the main United Nations agency working in Gaza has criticized Israel's call for more evacuation, saying more than 150,000 people in the affected areas is no place is safe and nowhere to go. Now to a recall alert. More than 120,000 Teslas are being recalled because doors could unlock during crashes. The National Highway Traffic Security Administration says the defect is happening to Model S and X cars made between 2021 through 2023. Tesla leaders say the issue came to light during a routine crash test earlier this month. Tesla also says it's not aware of any injuries as the result of the defect. Owners of cars affected by the recall will be notified by mail by mid-February, and an over-the-air software update was released for the cars impacted as well. And if you have to fill up today, I know I do, here's a look at gas prices after a gradual decline all fall. The prices at the pump, well, they're ticking back up. That's expected because it's big travel time. The statewide average for a gallon of gas is $2.68. Here in San Antonio, it's $2.64. Both are still cheaper than the national average, which sits at $3.12. It's 6:39 and 63 degrees. Let's check outside with live cam. We're having those showers move through. Sarah Spivey says, hey, if you're traveling today, should be clearing up, unless you're going north and heading up North Texas, but at least by 9-10 a.m., she says, but she's going to have our full forecast when we come back. The reindeer and elves are gearing up for a busy night. Santa is too. I know he's already going all over the world right now, but he made time for a pit stop in Green. Several girls and boys made their last-minute requests to the big guy. He says elves are loading up lots of toys and goodies onto his sleigh. Santa says he has to fuel up for that long journey around the world with lots of milk and cookies.
We have so many boys and girls to see all over the world that I just can't wait to see them. All I can say is get him a good night's sleep because I'm coming to see him.
All right. Santa says he plans to stop in San Antonio late tonight. He's been, making his list, checking it twice. We got a sneak peek. And lucky for us, all of us?
We all made the cut. We all made the good list.
All of us?
Yes.
Okay. We did it. Good for us. Okay, check this out. More than 100 holiday inflatables are on display at a single house. This is in Peabody, Massachusetts. Take a look at your screen there. The homeowner says he started collecting all these decorations when he was just 3 years old. It's a tradition for local families who drive by every year.
Once I started working and could buy them myself, I started adding a lot more. I mean, my parents would get me one every year and family members would, but once I started working, that's when it kind of exploded and turned into this.
He doesn't waste any time taking them down. He says they'll be boxed up on December 26th. Not even for New Year's?
I guess not.
Okay, Sarah, time for more Christmas fun.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Trivia.
So tons of people travel from all over to check out the Rockefeller Center during Christmas time. The big tree there. It's a big deal every year, but this wasn't always a case. So get this, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree dates back to the Depression era, with the first one being up in 1931.
They needed something to lift their spirits.
They absolutely did. And it was actually really small. It was only 20 feet tall back then. That's a big difference from the one we see today. So it's a balsam fir, was set up by construction workers at the center of the construction site. And according to History.com, 2 years later, another tree was placed there. Oh, wow.
This time it had lights.
Yeah. Did you hear that? Can our viewers hear that?
I don't know. I think we got a little bit of lightning.
We had some lightning that shook some lights in the studio here. Yep. Wow. Okay. Okay, but before we get to that thunder that's rolling through our viewing area, a little more trivia. So before you guys take the answer on the screen, Sarah, what do you think the best cities are for Christmas?
Just in general?
Yeah, in the U.S.
Okay. I'm going to go for New York. I'm going to go for Chicago.
Okay.
I'm going to go for Kansas City because that's where I was born, and I love Crown Center in Kansas City.
She also loves the Chiefs. All right, let's take a look. What it look? Okay, Atlanta. Sarah,
interesting.
I would not have put them at number 1.
No, neither would I.
And I wouldn't have put Pittsburgh as number 2 either. I'm sure Pittsburgh is great.
I guess Orlando kind of makes sense because of Disney World.
I guess so, and I guess people who want to have warm weather. Hey, but we made the list. We're at 26.
All right, out of how many? I don't know.
Oh, they analyzed the 100 most populous cities, and they looked at things like traditions, fun, observance of Christmas holiday, generosity. Okay, that maybe explain Orlando. Shopping and cost.
Well, we finished just beyond the top fourth of the nation, so that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about the weather. Now, today, the biggest thing is that the rain is happening right now, but we'll be looking at temperatures in the 70s with sunny skies. The rain is moving out as we speak. Now, Christmas Day tomorrow will be windy, especially in the morning, and chilly, but we'll have a cool afternoon. And then later this week, we're going to have more of the same, cold mornings and comfy afternoons. Here's a look at the authority radar right now, and you can see that this thin line of thunder showers is starting to move east. It's affecting areas all along 35 from Austin to San Antonio, even some rain near Cotulla right now. We'll go ahead and zoom into the San Antonio metro area. We're really not seeing much in the way of thunder and lightning, so I wonder what that sound was that we heard here in the studio. Very interesting. But right now, downtown San Antonio is one of the areas that is getting the heaviest of the rain, just inside of 410 here, so inside the loop. If you've been here long enough in San Antonio, you know that that's how we talk here, inside the loop. You were seeing some good rain inside 1604 as well, and up toward Garden Ridge and New Braunfels. So this is all good, healthy rainfall for us, and some of this is falling pretty hard. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and look at some of the rainfall rates of this rain that's falling. If this rain was holding steady, it would drop 4 inches of rain in an hour, but it's not. It's moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour. We're going to zoom out and we're going to put the radar back on here. So areas that have not yet seen this heavy rain include areas like Gonzales. So if this shower and storm was able to hold on to Gonzales, it would make it there by about 8:40. Now here's the thing, here's the clearing line. Hondo, you're done with the rain today. Areas across San Antonio are going to be done with the rain shortly. I'm going to trace the clearing line over here. So that entire storm system will be out of San Antonio and Bexar County by 8 o'clock. And as we take a look at the lightning strikes, 2 lightning strikes in this whole system, one of which we heard just here. It just showed up on the radar here. We just heard it in downtown San Antonio, and that lightning strike occurred quite a bit away from us here in downtown San Antonio, but it was impressively loud. So there are a few loud strikes of lightning. booms of thunder. But other than that, these are just providing us with some much needed rain. Take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast. We're quickly, as I mentioned, going to be seeing things clear out. By noon, it'll be partly cloudy and near 70, and in the afternoon, 73 for the high. We're going to have west winds today at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's a look at the system as a whole. It's moving across I-35 right now. If you have plans to travel up I-35, a little messy for the next few hours. If you have plans to travel east toward Houston, it's going to be messy for a while on the roads. This is a larger system with a low pressure system, even some snow in parts of Nebraska. And we've got two cold fronts actually behind this system. The first front is going to dry us out. That's what's going to allow us to have sunny skies this afternoon. And the second front is going to cool us down. We'll be chilly and cold tomorrow morning with gusty winds. So take a look at the future cast. This is a look at 9 o'clock when that front will be moving through the hill country. Again, skies will be clearing here in San Antonio by noon, but you can see that it's still going to be pretty rainy up near Dallas, East Texas, and out toward Houston. So if you do not like driving in the rain, if you don't mind it, go ahead and go to Houston. But if you don't like driving in the rain, I would suggest waiting until this afternoon if you have to go to the Houston area. But south of San Antonio, it's going to be clear if you have to go to the Rio Grande Valley or areas like Corpus Christi. Then that second front is going to be moving through overnight tonight. That's going to make us windy and make us chilly by the start of the morning tomorrow. We're going to be at 43 degrees tomorrow morning in San Antonio, even in the 30s in the hill country, but wind gusts are going to be a big story too. We'll see wind gusts of up to 25 to 35 miles per hour. So that 43 tomorrow is actually going to feel like it's in the 30s with those gusty winds from the north at 30 miles per hour. By noon on Christmas Day, it'll be 54, still pretty windy, but winds calm in the afternoon and struggling to get out of the 50s tomorrow. 59 degrees for the high on Christmas Day. Here's a look at Christmas morning all across our KSAT 12 viewing area. 35 in Kerrville, 39 in Rock Springs. Del Rio, you'll be at 43 too. 46 in Cotulla, 43 in Gonzales, 46 in Pleasanton. And then Christmas afternoon, it is going to be pretty nice and cool. 59 in New Braunfels, 60 in Hondo, 62 in Uvalde and in Eagle Pass, 62 in Beeville, and 55 in Kerrville. Taking a look at your forecast over the next several days, cold mornings in the 30s this week ahead and cool, dry afternoons in the low to mid 60s. It's going to be a lovely week. Not a chance of rain in sight for us, so it's good that we're getting a little bit of rain in the rain gauges right now. What I've been seeing is anywhere from 1/4 inch of rain to about 1/2 inch of rain, Sarah, is what many folks have been seeing from the rain right now and yesterday.
We need that.
We do. It's good to see some rain. A nice Christmas present for us, like you've been saying.
Maybe the rumbles that we heard in studio were Santa.
He's here.
No, we know Santa's what was the last place?
He's still way away. He was just in Fiji, so he's got a long way to get to us.
Definitely not Santa, but he'll be here. Okay, thank you, Sarah. It's 6:52 and 62 degrees. Take a look outside at those wet roads that Sarah's been talking about as those showers make their way through our viewing area. If you're going to be driving today or early this morning, please be careful. Take all precautions. I know a lot of people will be on the roads. We can see it right there at 90 in Couples. Busy time at 6:52 this morning. If any incidents pop up, we'll let you know about it. We'll be right back.
And good morning to you on this Christmas Eve. Coming up here on GMA, the holiday travel outlook for millions making the mad dash on this record-setting weekend. What you can expect from the skies to the roads round trip and how the weather could affect your journey here. Also coming up, the breaking news overnight, an urgent manhunt for a shooter at a busy mall in Florida. The terrifying scene that left one person dead and one injured, what authorities are saying this morning. Plus, goodbye free return. Say it ain't so. What you need to know before you return those Christmas gifts this year. And on this Christmas Eve, Santa is already on the move around the world. And you know we're tracking Santa live with the North American Aerospace Defense Command, watching his every move. We cannot wait to chat with them. That is all coming up here on GMA, and a Merry Christmas to you.
All right, storms are moving through San Antonio, but they won't be here for long. You can already see where things are clearing in western Bexar County. Bernie, the rain is just about to end for you. Now today, the high will be in the 70s. Tomorrow, Christmas Day, windy in the morning in the 40s with a high only in the 50s. And in the week ahead, it's going to be cold with comfy temperatures in the afternoons after cold mornings.
Hey, Sarah Spivey and her husband Michael, they did a great Christmas present gift.
Oh yeah, we sung. A tradition. We'll have it coming up at the end of the 8 show, so close to 9 a.m. We have got some much needed rain, but the rain is starting to move out of San Antonio. You can see the clearing line there reaching I-10, so rain is just about done for Bexar County, but we are seeing some of the heavier rain falling on eastern Bexar County right now, right along 1604. Sure, it's Cibolo, Universal City, New Braunfels, and Seguin. We're quickly going to be clearing in a high of 73. Then it becomes windy overnight tonight. We're starting off Christmas Day at 43, the high on Christmas Day, only in the 50s. More about rainfall totals coming up. Good morning, everyone, and happy Christmas Eve. I'm meteorologist Sarah Spivey. We've had some good rain this morning. Now, you can see as we look outside right now that we're actually going to quickly see skies clear. Take a look at your screen. The entire right half there is seeing clearing skies, but we're still reporting some rain at the airport. 61 degrees at the airport. Here's a look at the radar right now. You can see that most of the rain starting to exit San Antonio, Bexar County, starting to get into Comal County. We'll go ahead and zoom in on some of these areas that are seeing some of the heavier rain right now, like areas close to Schertz, Marion, Zool, New Berlin, up towards Seguin, St. Hedwig. So this storm system is moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour. It'll be in Gonzales in just a few minutes. As we take a look at the forecast for the remainder of the weekend, 73 today, and for Christmas Day itself, it's going to be nice and cool. 43 and chilly and windy in the morning with a high of 59. We do have rain, but the rain is moving out as we speak. And so today we're going to be looking at sunny skies with a high of 73. Christmas Day getting windy, chilly in the morning in the 40s, afternoon only in the 50s. We'll be talking about rainfall totals coming up.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
8 a.m. You can see the sun is starting to come out at 60 degrees. On Christmas Eve morning, we were blessed with an early Christmas present with some rain through our viewing area. It's starting to move out. And good morning. It is 8 a.m. Merry Christmas Eve, December 24th. Hey, Sarah, we really needed some of that rain. We even had some thunder right over the KSAT.
I know it kind of shook the studio a little bit, but those storms were really more bark than bite. There was no major severe weather with that or anything like that. It was just some good rainfall around San Antonio. But as Sarah mentioned, the rain is starting to move out. You can see that the last bit of Bexar County, the western part of Bexar County, getting some of that rain right now. But that's it for Bexar County. We've got some showers out near Seguin at the moment. You can see some heavy rain falling near Seguin, near New Braunfels too. And this has been a decent amount of rainfall for some folks. In fact, let's just take a look at the rain over the last 12 hours in some of these areas. You can see anywhere we've got greens, like near the airport, San Antonio, downtown San Antonio, Windcrest. That's about half an inch of rainfall. Back to the radar here in a second, and you can see the areas that are dealing with the heaviest of the rain now nearer to Gonzales, Floresville, and up toward Austin, and points just to the east of Austin. Hey, coming up in the forecast, we've got a double dose of front that's going to be moving through. The second front is going to allow for us to be pretty chilly to start Christmas Day. More on rainfall totals and what we can expect in the week ahead, as well as on Christmas Day tomorrow coming up. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, San Antonio police are searching for a driver accused of hitting and killing someone on the city's east side. It happened just after midnight on the I-10 exit ramp to South New Braunfels Avenue. A person was hit and killed. And SAPD says the driver sped off. A second driver who also hit the person stopped and called police. So far, there's no information on the suspect or the vehicle that was involved, but we will once we get that information, we will let you know about it. And topping your morning headlines, Christmas is just hours away, and this year travelers have been flocking to their destinations in record numbers. Experts are predicting the busiest air travel year ever, as ABC's Rena Roy tells us. If you're hitting the roads, be prepared to see a lot of traffic.
This morning, the mad dash still going strong, with millions racing to their destinations in hopes of making it just in time for Christmas.
I just came from New York. I'm here to spend the holidays with my dad.
AAA calling it the busiest holiday season ever, with 7.5 million air travelers expected. The TSA screening nearly 2.6 million passengers Saturday alone. Despite the record-breaking crowds and some severe weather, American Airlines says they've had minimal cancellations. And in the first 3 days of this holiday travel period, on-time departures were about 17% better than last year. Many travelers in Chicago saying so far so good.
It wasn't crowded at all. I took maybe 30 minutes to get through TSA and everything. It was pretty quick.
We had a great flight. No issues so far.
And if there are issues, 9 major airlines have agreed to free rebooking, meals, and hotels if they're at fault for a travel interruption. The White House calling on them to do so after this chaos last holiday season when some travelers were left stranded for days. Meanwhile, droves of drivers are hitting the roads. AAA projecting 115 million travelers will head 50 miles or more from home. Still, some opting to avoid the roads altogether. This driver in Boston says he's staying home.
I already know it's going to be busy. My kids are grown, so I'm just going to stay home and have a glass of wine.
And that was ABC's Rena Roy reporting. Well, back here at home, if you're out doing some last-minute holiday shopping today, the San Antonio Police Department says don't forget to lock your car, hide those valuables, especially if you just bought these Christmas presents. Don't leave them out in the open. Don't be distracted and be aware of your surroundings. And remember, if you see something, say something. Right now on KSAT.com, we have the city's winter holiday schedule of services posted. Some places will have different operating hours because of the holidays, and garbage collection is slightly different as well. You can find all that information right now on KSAT.com. And the reindeer and elves gearing up for a busy night. Santa is too, but he made time for a pit stop in Green for some last-minute requests. Danielle Ibata and photojournalist Gavin Nesbitt talked with Santa and got a sneak peek at his list.
You better not cry.
You're on the good list.
But it's okay if you pout. Okay. Santa Claus is stopping by your town.
You got the sleigh, it's going to be really busy. Once I start off, there's no stopping.
Santa's journey around the globe is long.
Got to keep things going. Got to keep my energy up. Great. I got the elves working on getting the sleigh ready and all polished up, and the reindeer are getting fed, and they're all lined up and ready to go.
He's bringing lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh.
Legos happens to be a real big one that they want.
But some of the best gifts can't be wrapped.
We have a lot of kids, a lot of good boys and girls that just want happiness for their family. And I tell you, that touches those Santa's heart.
Santa is making his list, and there's still some space.
They've got to listen to mom and dad. Do all the good things. Put out some cookies for me. And maybe the reindeers.
He's checking it twice.
Well, as a matter of fact, KSAT is there. And look at there. Oh, you see your name on there?
On the nice list, Danielle Ibarra.
And Merry Christmas to all.
KSAT 12 News.
Now, I only saw one Sarah on there.
Well, we all know who
so which
it is,
one is
obviously.
It? Who's the good one?
It's me.
Oh!
I'm kidding. It's probably Spivey. Okay, so before we go to break, here's some of the best Christmas songs, Sarah, to fall asleep to. So according to Bed, Kingdom, and Spotify, The Secret of Christmas by Mother's Daughter, Beck, Pete, Ryan, James. Okay, I listened to this song, Sarah. Within the first 2 notes, I was falling asleep.
What?
Yeah, I never heard of it until I looked it up recently.
Yeah, okay.
Then White Christmas by Michael Bolton.
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bolton, and then Michael Bublé's Silent Night's also on the list. And then The Angels We Have Heard on High by Andrea Bocelli. It's a beautiful song, but it made me feel like I was, in church.
I don't know about you, but when I listen to Christmas songs, I want to party.
Right.
I don't want to fall asleep.
She wants to party. That's why she's on the nice list.
Okay.
And let's look. There's a couple more that Spotify says if you're trying to fall asleep to. I'll Be Home for Christmas by Frank Sinatra. Have Yourself a Little Merry Christmas by Kelly Clarkson. Oh Holy Night by Ellie Goulding, and Christmas Present by Doris Day. These are all snoozers, Sarah. I went through this whole list a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was sad that I did, because then I had to do the 9 o'clock show right after.
You fell asleep.
I was sleepy.
No, we got to listen to Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell.
She's our Christmas caroler over there.
Gotta uplift the spirits.
She was actually Christmas caroling in the newsroom a couple weeks ago.
I was. And you did good. You knew a lot of the words to the songs.
Hey, but coming up at the end of our show, stay with us. Sarah Spivey gifts us with her husband, Michael. You do a yearly Christmas carol. It's beautiful. It's like their virtual
tradition now.
Digital Christmas card to the community.
So I hope you'll stick around for that. And I'm tracking Santa Claus, too.
Big deal. Okay, 8:08, 60 degrees. After the break, Cowboys and the Texans, they take the field today for some Christmas Eve football. How each team can find a win under the tree this year. And let's take a look outside.
With live cam, beautiful view of downtown San Antonio. The rain is on its way out. How much rain fell? We'll have a look at some neighborhood rainfall totals coming up.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Big game today. The 10-4 Dallas Cowboys have a playoff spot locked in, but after their disappointing Week 15 performance at Buffalo, they've got a lot to prove, and the 10-4 Miami Dolphins are on the menu for a Christmas Eve matchup. Both teams have offenses and defenses near the top of the league. When they face off this afternoon in Florida, Dallas will be looking to move to its road record back to .500 by trying to slow down the Dolphins' high-powered offense.
Each week is an emphasis on certain things, and this week is the emphasis on setting the edge, so I just got to let my play do it for itself. But like I said, people always play the Cowboys differently. You know, it might be some things that we haven't seen. I mean, no one's ever seen Josh Allen hand the ball 39 times. I mean, like I said, this is a common thing. I just got to be ready to see what I see when I get out on the field.
Okay, so at the moment, the Dolphins are 2-point favorites. Kickoff is at 3:25 at Hard Rock Stadium. Miami can clinch a playoff berth with a win. And today at noon, Houston Texans QB Case Keenum will make his first regular season start at NRG Stadium since December 28th of 2014, with the Cleveland Browns come to town. Was a Brown in 2020 and 2021, so the journeyman knows a lot about Cleveland, hoping that will help the Texans overcome Myles Garrett and the Browns. Last week, he stepped in for C.J. Stroud and guided Houston to a big overtime win against Tennessee.
I've been in a lot of situations. I've been in a lot of systems, been in a lot of different games, and but God's made me who I am for moments like this, and it's just trying to make sure that I'm ready when my number's called. And I said it before, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
So 8-6 Houston hosts 9-5 Cleveland at noon, and the Texans are still in the race for one of the three AFC wildcard spots. We'll have those games covered tonight at 5:30 and on instant replay. Sarah,
that's definitely the game a lot of people are watching today because of how many. I mean, it's crazy. There's only, I think, 7 teams that are definitely not in the playoffs or definitely in the playoffs, so it's interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at where Santa Claus is.
Santa!
We're tracking him as well as the storms. He was last seen in Japan. Sarah, he has already delivered over 1 billion presents.
Look at him.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, he's just going there with Rudolph at the front. They won't have to worry about rain, though, in San Antonio because the rain is moving out as we speak. Take a look at the radar, the authority radar. Here's where the clearing line is. It's starting to move into parts of Guadalupe County. So San Antonio, you're done with the rain this morning and throughout the next several days. It's going to stay fairly dry. But where we are seeing the heaviest rainfall right now is right over Luling, Marion, St. Clara into Guadalupe County. Areas like Gonzales seeing some rain and Cuero. There's where the heaviest of the rain is. It's moving to the east. As we turn on the radar that's a bit further off to the west, I want to show you that there is one area of showers in Kirk County and in Real County right now, but these are falling apart as they're moving across the hill country. So this is about it for us, folks. Let's go ahead and take a look at how much rain has fallen in the last 24 hours in San Antonio and in some neighborhoods. It's been a decent amount of rain, the most amount of rain we've seen in a little while here. Anywhere you see these greens, that's where we've seen 1/2 inch of rain or so. So half inch at the airport, all the way through downtown San Antonio, half inch over at Medina Lake, about a half inch to an inch near Kerrville and Fredericksburg as well. Meteorologist Justin Horn showed us a picture on Instagram that he got about a half inch of rain too. So anywhere from a quarter to half an inch of rainfall is what we've seen around San Antonio today. Now those roads are still damp in spots. So as we take a look at TransGuide, you can see that there's definitely some road spray still out there. However, the rain is done in San Antonio. So if you need to travel across the city for the holiday, just go for it. It's going to be pretty nice. Here's a look at the rest of the day. By noon, we're going to be looking at partly cloudy skies, temperatures close to 70. In the afternoon, mostly sunny skies, and we'll have northwest winds, west winds rather, at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. 73 for the high in San Antonio. And then later on tonight, temperatures will cool quickly. We're going to be already in the 50s by 9 p.m. Here's a look at the broader setup for us. So we've got some healthy rain across areas near to Dallas. So if you have to travel up to Dallas today, it's going to be messy still for another few hours along I-35. Same story for I-10 out toward Houston and East Texas. This is all part of a broader system that's bringing snowfall to parts of the Dakotas and Nebraska. This low pressure system has two cold fronts that are going to move through San Antonio within the next 24 hours. This first front is what's going to allow for us to see beautiful sunny skies today and drier air moving in place. The second front is what's going to allow us to have a chilly morning tomorrow for Christmas morning and chilly mornings in the week ahead. And it's going to make it pretty windy tonight, too. This is a look at wind gusts. Overnight tonight, we could see wind gusts of up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. That'll continue into tomorrow morning as well. So if you've got Christmas inflatables or decorations that are lightweight like Frosty here, make sure to tie them down or else you're going to be fishing for Frosty at the North Pole or your neighbor's yard. But still, make sure to tie down those lightweight Christmas decorations. Tomorrow is Christmas Day. We're going to wake up Christmas morning at 43 degrees in San Antonio with a wind chill in the 30s with those winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. Generally in the 50s tomorrow, so on the cool side. Let's take a look at neighborhood morning lows in the upper 30s across the hill country. 40s around San Antonio, near 50 degrees in Laredo. It's going to be 39 in Bulverde, 43 in Converse, 43 in New Braunfels, 41 in Hondo, and then we'll warm into the upper 50s and low 60s. Cooler than average day, Christmas Day around San Antonio tomorrow. And taking a look at those morning lows in the 30s in the morning, at least above freezing, and in the afternoons, we're going to be in the 60s. More on travel across the state of Texas today, coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you, Sarah. It's 8:19, 60 degrees just ahead. If you're scrambling last minute for some Christmas gift ideas, we've got you covered. How you can get something that doesn't even need to be wrapped. Take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 375, Fireball 1, Daily 4, 818, 7, Fireball 4.
Cash 5, 11, 18, 22, 23, 32. Lotto Texas, 14, 20, 22, 26, 29, 49. And Powerball, what's it at?
638 million.
Wow, 9, 14, 17, 18, 53, Powerball 6, Power Play 3. Good luck. Hey everyone, happy holidays. I want to test out my KSAT colleagues' knowledge of Christmas carols and their lyrics. So I got my fancy tuner fork. Let's go. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la, 'tis the season
to be jolly.
Yes, you got it. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol.
Yes! Yuletide carol.
Yuletide carol.
Did it.
Ooh! You got it! La 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 la.
So beautiful, Sarah. Okay, Christmas is here, and if you're like many of us, we have some suggestions for those last-minute gifts. ABC's Rena Rory shares some expert advice for gifts that are easy and quick to get.
'Tis
the season for gift giving, but don't worry if you put off your holiday shopping to the last minute, you still have options. Experts say digital gifts are great because you can cater to the receiver's interests, and you won't have to worry about whether you'll have it in time for Christmas Day.
For example, to Masterclass, perhaps Audible, perhaps to a screening service that they like to use. And then, of course, there's subscription boxes. They don't need to know that you ordered it at the very last minute. They're just going to be looking forward to those boxes arriving throughout the year.
Another fun digital present, a shout out from their favorite celebrity on Cameo.
That basically taps talents across, actors, musicians, athletes, and you can have them say a personalized message for your recipients.
Or you could book an experience for your loved one.
If there's a concert that, they really want to go to, or a sporting event or a team that they're rooting for, buying them those tickets, that'll be a very memorable experience.
If you're set on giving a physical gift, experts recommend actually going to a store to shop or choosing an item online that's eligible for in-store same-day pickup, and be flexible on the product and price.
You might not be able to price compare as much as you would. You might not be able to wait for something to go on sale because you simply don't have time. So sometimes you have to prioritize at the last minute based on whether something's going to arrive on time or whether it's in stock for you to get it at a store.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
It's 8:25 and 60 degrees. Still ahead at 8:30. The Spurs fell against the Dallas Mavs last night without Wemby. Why a pregame mishap kept him out of the lineup. Good morning. Merry Christmas Eve. Thank you so much for tuning in early with us. Maybe you're up early because you have some last minute shopping to do. Maybe you're up early with us because you have to hit the roads in a bit.
Or maybe the thunder woke you up.
Oh my gosh, Sarah, the thunder that was earlier, it shook some of the lights in our studio. Kind of scared me for a second.
The rain has moved out, though. The rain has moved out of San Antonio. It's now east of San Antonio, and we're done for the rain for the day. Take a look at the authority radar right now. There are some showers that are moving into areas like Seguin, but the last of the rain has just moved out of Bexar County. Again, Seguin, Floresville, seeing some light rain. We've got some more heavier rainfall falling in parts of Gonzales County up to near LaGrange, but the lightning and thunder just about done with the system. There's one isolated shower moving through northern Real County and into Kerr County. Now these are falling apart before they approach Kerrville, but you might get some more sprinkles there, Kerrville and Fredericksburg. Otherwise, again, the rain is on its way out. So here's what we're tracking for the remainder of the day. It's going to be sunny and in the 70s later on this afternoon. Christmas Day tomorrow, windy, especially in the morning, and chilly in the morning with a cool afternoon. And that'll be the theme in the week ahead. Cold mornings, cool afternoons, and lots of sunshine. Speaking of what we're tracking, we're continuing to track Santa. He was just in China. He's delivered 1.2 billion presents. We're going to talk about rainfall totals. And if you've got any rain pictures, make sure to add them onto KSAT Connect. Love to be able to show them. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, an investigation is underway following an early morning shooting between San Antonio police and a man they say was involved in a domestic disturbance. It happened just before 2:30 at a home on Westland Drive. That's not far from 90 and Loop 410. Police Chief William McManus says officers were called to the scene and were told that the man had a gun. As they went towards the home, we are told the man allegedly started shooting at the officers. 2 officers shot back, hitting the man in the shoulder. He was taken to the hospital, and right now it's unclear what charges he will be facing. Well, this man you see here, Rogelio Bernal, is facing charges after police found his mother's remains inside a storage unit. The storage unit's manager told police last Thursday Bernal had owned the space before it was auctioned off to the person who called police. Bernal was arrested, and police say he identified the remains as his mother's. He told police he was her caregiver at the apartment that they lived in and that she slipped and fell in the shower over 2 years ago. But he says he did not call 911 because of his criminal record. She died, and an arrest affidavit says Bernal kept her body inside a closet for a year. Bernal was evicted from that apartment about a year later, so that's when he told police he got the storage unit. He's charged with altering, destroying, or concealing a human corpse and is behind bars at the Bexar County Jail. Meanwhile, as millions of people hit the road for Christmas, don't forget about your pets. Some veterinarians are warning of a mystery dog respiratory illness that's been spreading across the country for the past few months. As our Avery Everett shows us, while the sickness isn't in Texas yet, you still can protect your pets.
I know, buddy.
With the holiday season comes the chance for sickness.
We always see an uptick because more dogs are boarded, more dogs are groomed before family comes, things like that.
But for dog owners, a mystery illness is making headlines across the United States.
Medications there.
And Amber Fritz says her Cibolo clinic has been taking a lot more calls.
Yep.
16 states have now confirmed cases of this respiratory illness.
My name is Jasper.
But Texas is not on that list.
As of right now, we haven't had any confirmed cases.
The closest state to us is Colorado. The cause of this illness is the big unknown. And some worry it could spread with expected end-of-the-year travel. That's why Fritz says as a pet owner, safety should be your top priority.
I always recommend if you can have someone watch your pets at home or a smaller group, you're just less risk in general.
So it's a pretty common question right now. Is it a concern to take your dog to a public dog park? Well, vets here in South Central Texas say right now in the state it shouldn't be. But it's always important to take caution, like checking to see if other dogs in the area are sick.
Animal Care Services for San Antonio says they're keeping a close eye and haven't seen anything yet here. But in a statement, they urge people to get their pets vaccinated, saying in part, at one of the biggest shelters in Texas, we would be sure to see if it was in the community. But that statement also said, quote, we have such a low vaccination rate. Fritz says getting shots is step one, and staying up to date on symptoms is equally important.
Not wanting to eat and drink, labored breathing, get them into your vet right away.
All to be sure that this season, your pets can spread cheer.
Oh my God.
And hopefully, not germs. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Avery. In your morning headlines, the United Nations has taken another step to address the dire humanitarian crisis during the ongoing Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. The UN Security Council approved a compromise resolution on Friday, calling for humanitarian pauses and increased aid. The Hamas-controlled health ministry in Gaza reports over 20,000 people have been killed since the start of the war in October. The head of the main UN agency working in Gaza has criticized Israel's call for more evacuations, saying that for more than 150,000 people in the affected areas, no place is safe. There's nowhere to go. And meanwhile, we're working to learn more about the shooting that happened at a mall in Florida. A man was killed and a woman was shot after gunfire erupted inside of the Ocala, Florida mall. The city's police chief says the man that was killed was targeted. A suspect left the scene before police got there, but left the gun inside the mall. The woman who was shot was hit in the leg and is expected to survive. And as we approach Christmas morning, AAA predicts 150 million Americans will travel over 50 miles from home for the holidays. An estimated 7.5 million people will also fly to their holiday destinations. The TSA says it screened more than 2.7 million passengers on Friday alone. Roads are also expected to be crowded with about 104 million people driving nationwide. And all that travel means it's go time for Santa and his reindeer. So it's also a good time to learn more about the herd that's pulling that sleigh. ABC's Ina de la Cotera sets us straight on some reindeer reality.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, but do you know who takes care of them? In Norway and Sweden, only the indigenous Sami people can herd reindeer.
We have been doing in our family that for many, many generations.
We caught up with Johan Isak Turiaksal while he was out with his herd.
This might not be Rudolph the red-nosed, but here is Rebecca the white-nosed.
The movie Frozen drawing inspiration from the Sami people.
Reindeers are better than people. Sven, don't you think that's true?
Are you the real-life Kristoff?
I try to be like a good reindeer herder, and I think Kristoff is also that. We both love reindeers, so we have some common things.
He says there is one thing the film gets wrong, though.
Reindeers, they don't eat carrots.
They don't eat carrots?
They don't eat carrots, no.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
We asked Johan about the most famous reindeer of all. He tells us Rudolph and the crew are all female since they have antlers at Christmas. Males typically lose theirs in the winter.
That means that the females are the bosses in the winter.
You go down in history.
Of course, it's all females that pull Santa's sleigh. I love that. All right, that was ABC's Ines Delicatera reporting. It is 8:38 and 60 degrees. Up next, for some people, Christmas doesn't mean a big feast at home. We'll check out some places that are open tomorrow if you want to skip the ham or turkey. Welcome back. Before we go to break, Dallas superstar Luka Doncic dropped 39 points in a triple-double last night to help the Mavericks defeat the Spurs 144-119. San Antonio was without rookie Victor Wembanyama because of the pregame mishap. Wemby sprained his ankle during warm-ups after stepping on a ball boy's foot, taking a few steps following a shot. Head coach Greg Popovich said he wanted to play, and if it was a playoff game, he could have played, but the team played it safe. The Spurs are back home Tuesday against the Jazz. But let's take a look at the beautiful holiday pictures. These were taken by one of our photographers and editors, Timmy Stewart, and he took all of these around the San Antonio Riverwalk.
I love that picture right there. How gorgeous is
it? It doesn't even look like we're in San Antonio here, but we are.
We are. And of course, we get beautiful weather over the next several days. So we've got some rain right now, but the weather's going to be great to check out the city.
Right. And so I know there's a lot of places that you can pay to see Christmas lights around our area. But if this is free, guys, the San Antonio Riverwalk does a beautiful job. And of course, there's restaurants and stores and all kinds of festivities.
I love La Villeta. That little area right there, so beautiful.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Timmy, so much for taking these pictures around the Riverwalk and sending them to us. And as a reminder for those planning to stay in, skipping those holiday meals, a lot of things are closed on Christmas, but Grubhub delivers on Christmas. And here are a few places that you can grab a bite to. You just look at your screen there. Ambler, Texas Kitchen, Boudreaux's Texas Bistro, Frederick's Kona Grill, and Mitiera. Of course, can't go wrong with Mitiera. I bet you it's going to be packed.
Oh my goodness, it really is going to be packed.
But just head over to KSAT.com for a full list of what is open on Christmas. I mean, like you think about it like, oh, I'm going to want to just go to Whataburger. No,
closed.
H-E-B.
Closed.
So be prepared for those closures.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is a side note, but the line at Specs yesterday was crazy because they're closed today and they're closed on Christmas Day. So there's a lot of people in those lines.
Okay, yeah, and if you need to get your last minute things from H-E-B, I know they do close at some point today, I think a little early.
Yes, I believe so as well. We've got all that information on KSAT.com. So we had some rain. We've been talking about it as a Christmas present. A Christmas present for us. And you can see at Timberwood Park here. Thank you so much to this KSAT Connect user for sending in this picture. They got about 3/4 of an inch of rain. That's awesome. Let us know how much rain you got. You can send in your pictures to KSAT Connect. Here's a look at the radar right now. Most of the rain is exiting San Antonio and even now starting to exit Seguin. Let's go ahead and put a pause on this. The rain is moving to the east. So areas like Gonzales getting some good rain right now. Luling, Cuero, but most of the other areas out to the east. So Hallettsville, you're yet to get the rainfall. You should get the rain. Let's see. About 9:20, that's when you'll get some rainfall in Hallettsville. As for rain, how much fell around San Antonio? Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these neighborhoods. We'll look at 24-hour rainfall totals because we did have a little bit of rain yesterday. Anywhere you see this green, that's where we've seen about a 1/2 inch of rain. The blue, more like 1/4 inch. So 1/4 inch for Pleasanton, Divine, Pearsall, but about 1/2 inch of rain for a good amount of us around San Antonio. From Selma down to Windcrest, down to the airport, Alamo Heights, downtown San Antonio, up in the northwest, Leon Springs, Scenic Oaks, out toward Medina Lake. Good amount of rainfall there as well. And really some of the main areas that have seen a decent amount of rainfall include parts of the hill country like Fredericksburg, where where up to an inch of radar estimated rain has fallen over the last 24 hours. So back to the radar here. Again, the main area of rain is exiting San Antonio in our viewing area, but you can see that there's still some light rain for parts of Gillespie County and Kerr County, but those showers are falling apart. So for the remainder of the day, we're going to be seeing gradually clearing skies. In fact, as we look out at the airport right now, you can see that there are some areas of the sun peeking through. It's 61 degrees outside right now, and in your KSAT 12-hour forecast, quickly clearing skies here, so much so that by noon, it'll be near 70 and partly cloudy. In the afternoon, 73 for the high, and then later on tonight, temperatures are going to quickly fall. It'll be a chilly evening if you want to go out and enjoy any kind of Christmas lights or things like that. Bring the jacket with you. Let's talk about the big picture. If you're planning on traveling around San Antonio today, no more rain, so go for it. You won't run into any issues there. Even if you're going to go down to the Rio Grande Valley or Corpus Christi, things look okay too. However, if you're heading out east along I-10 toward Houston, next couple of hours are going to be a little messy. Next couple of hours along I-35 are going to be messy too up toward Dallas. This is all a part of a bigger system bringing snowfall to Nebraska and parts of the Dakotas. There's the area of low pressure. Behind it, we've got two fronts. The first front's going to move through around noon, helping to dry us out, helping to clear skies. And the second front is going to move through later on tonight. Now, behind this front is a real cold core of air. So by tomorrow morning, we're really going to feel the chill in the air. Let me take you through the future cast. Here's a look at that first front moving through around noon. And again, skies will be clearing. By 1 p.m., 2 p.m., we're still going to see some rain in East Texas. But after the afternoon, all that rain is going to clear out. Then the second front, the cold front, is going to move through in the overnight hours, not only bringing colder air, but also bringing windy weather too. So by tomorrow morning, we're going to be in the 40s in San Antonio, 30s in the hill country. Winds will be from the north, gusting up to about 30 miles per hour. So that means that 43 tomorrow is going to feel like 30 in the 30s. So a nice chill to the air tomorrow. We'll be in the 50s around noon and 59 for the high temperatures. So calming winds, gusts up to about 30 miles per hour. Here's a look at those morning lows again tomorrow. We're going to be at 35 in Kerrville, 39 in Rock Springs. It's going to be 50 in Laredo tomorrow morning. And then highs will generally be in the 50s and low 60s. So a nice and cool Christmas. Speaking of cool weather, take a look at the chilly forecast in the days ahead. We're going to have cold mornings in the 30s, comfortable afternoons in the 60s. That's cooler than average. A lot of sunshine. So if you got some rain this morning, happy for you. We're going to not really see much rainfall over the next several days.
Hey, you called it.
Yep.
No snow on Christmas.
No white Christmas in San Antonio still hasn't happened yet, and it would take a lot to make that happen.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Your forecast, so accurate.
Aw, thanks, girl. Appreciate it.
I'm here for you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, let's take one more look outside with live cam. Beautiful.
Yeah, you can kind of see that clearing line there, see, on the horizon?
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
Alrighty, I hate that I have to give you this information on Christmas Eve, but the pollen count looks really bad today. Molds and mountain cedar are both high. Mountain cedar past 6,000, molds past 2,000. So if you're wheezing and sneezing, mountain cedar and molds are the reason. But the rain is moving out. We see it moving through Gonzales County right now. A few flashes of lightning there. Cuero, DeWitt County, all of those areas seeing some light rain, but we're done with rain here in San Antonio. The rest of the day, we're going to be up to 73 this afternoon. Really nice dry air moving in. And then windy and chilly tomorrow, 43, but that'll feel like it's in the 30s in the morning hours. A high of only 59 tomorrow. In the week ahead, we're going to have cold mornings in the 30s and cool afternoons in the 60s. So Sarah, every year, my husband Michael and I now have our tradition of being able to sing for Christmas. And we know that this time can be a little mixed emotions, so we want to share this with you.